हेलो एवरीवन एंड वेलकम टू बायोलॉजी सिंप्लीफाइड। आज हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं क्लास 12th एनसीईआरटी का फर्स्ट चैप्टर एंड द चैप्टर इज रिप्रोडक्शन इन ऑर्गेनिजम्स। सो लेट अस डिस्कस व्हाट एनसीईआरटी मेंशंस इन दिस चैप्टर. Reproduction is defined as the biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones or offsprings which are similar to itself. रिप्रोडक्शन वो प्रोसेस है जिसमें कि जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं वो अपने जैसे ही यंग वंस को या फिर ऑफस्प्रिंग्स को जन्म देता है. ओके, सो दे आर गिविंग राइज टू और गिविंग बर्थ टू यंग वंस और ऑफस्प्रिंग्स which are similar to that particular organism itself. The organism grows and matures, and finally it is also giving rise to the new offsprings which are also same to that of that giving organism. Okay, so these organisms also further grow and they also mature, and in turn they also give rise to the new offspring as well. So this is what is called as reproduction, and this is responsible for the progression or perpetuation of the life. Now next is reproduction enables the continuity of species. Fine, so when the species have to continue generation after generation, so reproduction is the only mode which is allowing the species to continue. Fine, so therefore reproduction is enabling the organisms, and therefore it is ensuring the continuity of species as well, generation after generation. There is a large diversity in the biological world, and each organism has evolved its own mechanism to multiply and produce offsprings. So we see so many different organisms around us. Fine, so we can say that there is a large diversity, or there are varied forms of different organisms around. So we have various forms of life around us. Fine, so various life forms are present, or they are existing around us. Okay, and so we say there is a large diversity of organisms in the biological world, and each organism has evolved over a period of time its ways, and they are producing the offsprings by the different mechanisms that they have adopted over the period of time. Okay, the organism's habitat, its internal physiology, and several other factors are collectively responsible for how it reproduces. एक organism कहाँ पर रहता है, उसका habitat क्या है, whether it is terrestrial organism is living in on the land, या फिर वो aquatic है या फिर arboreal है. So that is also depending, that is also governing the fact that how the organism is going to be reproducing further. So organism's habitat, वो कहाँ रहता है, उसका इंटरनल फिजियोलॉजी, बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर, बॉडी फंक्शनिंग कैसी है, एंड सेवरल अदर फैक्टर्स. ये सभी फैक्टर्स मिलकर डिसाइड करते हैं कि कोई भी ऑर्गेनिज्म रिप्रोड्यूस कैसे करेगा. हाउ दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर deciding for that particular organism, that how is this particular organism going to reproduce. So what is important here, we have the habitat, the first point, and the second point, internal physiology, and various other external factors govern, and they are responsible for governing how the organism is going to reproduce. Okay, now we have different modes of reproduction based on whether there is participation of single organism or there is participation of two particular organisms in reproduction. We can divide reproduction into two major categories, and they are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So the two basic categories here for reproduction are based on the fact whether the single parent is involved or two parents are involved in the reproduction, or two individuals are involved in the reproduction. So we broadly classify them as asexual and sexual modes of reproduction. So let us talk about the first mode of reproduction, which is the asexual mode of reproduction. Now, what happens in asexual mode of reproduction? When offspring is produced by the single parent, okay, so only one of the individual is involved, and there is just single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation. This mode is called as the asexual reproduction. Okay, so one parent is involved, single parent is involved, and there may or may not be the involvement of gamete formation. So it cannot be there, or it can be there. So this mode is called as the asexual reproduction. Okay, so this is the first type of reproduction. Next is the sexual reproduction. Now this sexual reproduction involves two parents, and that too opposite sex, which are participating in the reproductive process, and this is the first point. The second point is it is also involving the fusion of male and female gametes. So gametes are also very much involved in the reproduction. Okay, so when the male and the female gametes, they are fusing, for example in case of human beings, these are the sperms and this is the ovum. And when there is a fusion between sperm and ovum, the zygote is produced. So such cases and such like cases where there is a fusion of male and female gamete, this is what is included in sexual reproduction. Okay, so this one is the second type of reproduction, which is the sexual reproduction that we have discussed. In the next video, we will be discussing about asexual reproduction in detail. We will talk about different organisms which perform asexual reproduction, and we will also talk about the different types of asexual reproduction in detail. So if you have liked the video, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get the regular updates of our incoming new videos. And if you have any query, please write in the comment section. And hope you have liked the video. Thank you.